Hello everyone, and welcome to the third part in this gold guide series, from level 40 to 60. In the previous part, my farming ended in Badlands, but this is also where we can continue from level 40. But the reason why this area is amazing is because at the different marked areas, the creature's level is also higher compared to the first area. This allows you to farm elemental earth all the way up to level 48. However, if you got tired of farming these elementals, then you could always go to Timline, where you can find these snappers. They have a chance to drop the big mouth clam, and in these clams you have a chance of getting the golden pearl, a material that is going to be needed at max level for various different things. So if you find these and there isn't a market yet, then make sure to keep them, because at some point they will definitely sell for a lot of gold. At level 41, you could also go to Dustwaller Marsh. Just make sure that you are Skinner, as this will increase the gold that you make by a lot. These dragons drop many different materials for professions, and they even have a small chance of dropping the Dark Whelping, another pet we can sell on the auction house. If you wish to continue farming big mouth clams for the golden pearl, then you can do this either at this location in Stranglethorn Vale, or you could always go to this location instead, which is located in Swamp of Sorrows. When you reach either level 44 or 45, then you could go to Feralas. Here you can farm these creatures who drop many different grey items you can vendor for raw gold. But they also have a chance to drop Edgemasters, and these epic gloves is going to be so useful for warriors, even at max level. When I reach level 45, I usually go to Searing Gorge. Many of these elementals has a chance to drop elemental fire, and when these are expensive on the auction house, then you're also going to make a ton of gold. So make sure to visit this location if elemental fire is expensive. And by the way, the magma elemental also has a chance to drop the elemental fire, so make sure to kill these too. In the previous video, I mentioned that you shouldn't sell silk cloth to the vendor, instead you should convert it into bandages. And I'm going to highlight it once again, because I still see people selling cloth. So a stack of mage weave cloth vendors for 50 silver, but if I convert this into bandages, I can sell a stack for 80 silver. So an easy profit of 30 silver. So when I go AFK, I usually just do this to make gold when I'm AFK. When I reach level 46, and if I would like to farm gold without using the auction house, then I go to Fellwood. In Fellwood, I kill the different bears and wolves, as these has a high chance to drop different grey items you can just vendor. And if you have skinning, you will optimize the gold that you make. As you move more north in this zone, the level of these creatures will also increase. So you can easily farm all the way up to level 54 in this zone. For those of you that would like to continue farming golden pearls, at the southern part of Timline, you will find this area with these snappers. There usually isn't that many people here, because it isn't really a quest area. Beside the chance of a golden pearl, they also drop different grey items and meat that you can use for cooking. And as a skinner, you either get turtle scale, rock leather or fig leather. In Western Plaguelands, you can farm these spiders who has a chance to drop the Iron Web Spider Silk. The Iron Web Spider Silk is a material you will need as a high level tailor to reach max level, but also to craft many different rare and epic items. And if you wish to get a lot of raw gold, then make sure to kill the bears. At the same level range, so starting from around level 49, you could go to Ashara. Close to the shore, you will find these creatures that I usually kill to get golden pearls. Else, you could always go back to Feldwood and start farming jade fires. These jade fires drop a new material we haven't farmed before. The material I'm talking about is felt cloth, and felt cloth is used as a tailor to make moon cloth. And moon cloth is used to craft different rare and epic items, and you can even farm felt cloth in another zone, Ashara. This is also starting at the same level range, so from level 51 and all the way up to 56. But even at max level, this is still a good farming location. In Ashara, there's 3 more locations that I like to check out for big mouth clams. And at these marked areas, you will also find various different chests, so pay attention to those too. I often don't have too much competition when I farm at these locations, also because in many gold guides, these spots are not mentioned. In Eastern Plaguelands, I like to farm a new material, the larval acid. Yeah, these vendors for quite a high amount, but the thing is that these are also needed for one of the best epic healer cloaks in the game. So if you find any larval acids, make sure not to vendor these. I've already mentioned the iron web spider silk, and these I also like to farm in Silphus. This starts from around level 54, and even at max level, this is an amazing gold farming method. You'll probably see a lot of level 60s farming these creatures. If the elemental fire is still the material you prefer to farm the most for gold, well, then you can continue to do this in Ungura Crater. In the middle, you'll find this location with Living Blaze. The only downside is that this is usually also fairly populated, and there's different quests in the same area. For those of you that would like to farm Mage Reef and Rune Club, then you could always go to Burning Steppes. In this zone, you'll find this area with different humanoids targets. And there's also a lot of different herbs and veins in the same area, and even many different chest locations. So make sure to always pay attention to any of those things. If you would rather like to farm raw gold, then you could go back to Eastern Plaguelands and farm these plague bats, because they can drop 4 different items that vendors for a lot of silver. If you would rather like to farm a material you can post on the auction house, then you could go to Winterspring and farm the Winterfall Firewater, a consumable that is useful for any melee class at high level. So you can either level up this way and make gold, or you can save them for when you reach max level to save gold. If you're not already tired of elemental earth farming, then you can continue to do this in Silphus at the northwest part. Not only is this location great for leveling and making gold, but also at max level. Especially if you also make sure to track either herbs or veins, as there are so many different spawn locations for these up here. On top of this, they also have a chance to drop the Essence of Earth, another material that will be quite expensive on the auction house. If you wish to farm an item with low drop chance, but also sells for hundreds of gold, then the formula for Crusader enchant is your choice. It has such a low drop chance, but then again, when you find these, it's also going to be worth it. Else you could always try to farm another item with a bit higher drop chance, the recipe for the Greater Shadow Protection Potion that drops from the Dark Adepts. And if you have amazing gear, then you could go to this location in Winterspring with elite targets. These targets has a chance to drop an epic item that is needed by hunters. This will allow them to complete a quest that rewards an epic quiver. In the southern part of Winterspring, you will find these elite targets. They will be difficult to kill, so you will most likely need some sort of snare and root ability. But they have a chance to drop an epic item that will be needed by a priest to complete their quest for the epic staff. I hope you enjoyed the final part in this series. For more gold guides and other useful WoW classic guides and hardcore guides, make sure to check out the channel. As always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Peace!